Old school.
Cut like a guillotine.
I'll tell you, a couple of people need to be in that intro. Need to be cut like a guillotine. I'll tell you that.
Erod, Erod.
Yeah, need to get a couple out there.
Oh shit, yo! But I missed that. I missed that intro. I really like that intro. I worked on that intro. That was pretty. It took me a minute. I think it took me like a week and a half to do that intro. Yeah, Broski was here. I don't know. He just cut out. Something happened to his incident, man. But welcome everybody, man. Welcome.
That West Coast internet.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. Oh shit! Weirdo.
You here, bro? Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, man. Just decided to do a show today, man. Since we wasn't gonna do an FOC this week, I came up with the idea or whatever to go live, man. Last time I've been live, I was with Broski. I think a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. I think it was the 31st. Come on, Halloween-y.
Oh, it was Halloween. You're right. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, and yeah, go check that out if you haven't seen that. It was just for like a 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, it was about 40 minute hit.
Definitely, man. And we're gonna kind of like a shoot the shit show, but I got some stuff that I wanna, kind of play, whatever. It's like a rank, it's a tier list.
Well, the first thing we need to address, even though he's not in this chat right now, is Comics and Culture's question of let's discuss the Joker.
I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that
because there's a story behind it.
There's a story, really?
Yeah, there is.
There is a story. Okay, you know what? Let me introduce everybody to the chat. Since Josh want to get to that point, right? It's easily right there. Your boy right here hitting up with the alien signs. Hey, it was good, man. What's up, man? All right, and then boom, here you go. So, what you want to discuss about?
I want to discuss the fact that the challenge was laid down by me and was supposed to be accepted and was accepted.
It is accepted
during the 3 Men in the Basement.
Swap.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a storm day.
Wait a minute. No. It was, but we'll get to that. Now, I said, no problem. I'll bring my shoes and we will go find the court. Now, before it ended up being a storm, Joker's like, nah, man, I ain't doing that shit. And so did Manny, because it was supposed to turn into a 2-on-2 with you and Manny versus me and Nick.
Yeah.
Now, then it turned into a storm, and obviously no one's going to play in the rain, but you guys backed out before the storm even happened.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
It could be all mind games, bro. We don't know.
What?
I don't know. It's all mind games, bro. Listen, man, anyway, my whole thing is...
Why would you need to... I don't see, this is what I don't understand. Why would you need to play mind games if you're so confident? I'm confident. I'm ready to go.
The fucking mean? Mind games, bro. That's all it is, man. What? Even in basketball, there's mind games. Remember that.
No, in basketball, there's just straight skill.
Get the fuck out of here! Those mind games.
You're gonna see.
The only time like me and Josh ever met up this year, has been I think the swap only. That was it. I haven't seen
correct.
Josh, besides that, in person.
I really wanted it to go down at Terrificon, but you guys didn't show up.
Yeah, I wasn't planning. Next year, I'm planning to go to Terrificon. So lace up your boots, man. Or lace up your LA Gears, whatever you wear, man. I don't know what you wear, bro.
Dude, I'll put on my LA Gears with the
British
lights. And, yeah, British Knights. I had a pair of British Knights back in the 80s.
Oh, you had a pair of Bird Kings?
Fucking
what else?
I'll put on my Marty McFly freaking
the Air Mags or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay.
Power laces. All right. Speaking of, not to go down a rabbit hole here. Man, speaking of Michael J. Fox, I was down a little bit of a Michael J. Fox hole the other day watching some stuff.
Yeah.
It just breaks my heart to see him. It absolutely breaks my heart to see him. Yeah, and he's getting worse.
Yeah, did you see his documentary?
No, I didn't, but I meant to because he was talking about it in something that I was watching. Like, he's so bad now that for red carpet things, like he'll walk and he'll hold people's hands and stuff. And as soon as he gets off the cart, he's like in a wheelchair. Like it's so
I know.
refreshing.
It
to
sucks.
see.
Yeah, it does.
You know who else too? It hurts to see deteriorate a little bit, or is getting sicker. Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yes, another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
It breaks my heart.
Bruce
man.
Willis. When I see do you see with him with all his kids with Demi Moore and they celebrating his birthday? You see that you're like, damn man, this guy's one of our childhood action heroes.
And Eastwood, he's getting really old too.
Yeah, but yeah, he's more of age, right? That's the more age.
Yeah, he's more age. Yeah, he's not just like a illness. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
true.
about Clint Eastwood, right? So, it's not about Eastwood, but it's about an actor that's about his age or whatever. I was watching a show. I forgot what show it was, and Donald Sutherland was in it. I was like, Donald Sutherland's still alive? I thought Donald Sutherland passed away. Like, yeah, he's like 90-something years old.
Dude,
No,
same
he was in the Hunger Games.
Clint Eastwood is like
I see them.
94 or
93,
something like
94,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's old too.
Damn.
Just to see them, look, it's crazy to see them like that.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, but real quick, man. Here was a boy, man. Paul Grammy, what's up, man? When is ECB sweats? Is there a time paradox when it's 8 p.m.? Yeah, yes, that's the answer. Yes, okay, always yes. Yo, mi gente, yo, Fetty, what's good, man? We live? We live later? Let me know.
Oh yeah.
All right, definitely, man. Yo, J Rod, what's good, man? Hashtag Happy Thanksgiving. All right. Make sure you put your books up tomorrow. All right, J Rod. My man Jersey to the Bay, man. What's good? Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Rudy Tatig in there. What up, mi gente? Jumping in. Bites at like, hit a like, thumbs up, appreciate that. Heading out to the in-law anniversary dinner. Okay, happy anniversary. But we'll catch the show later. Y'all smash the thumbs up, peace, and happy Thanksgiving to you and all. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, man. Definitely, man. Enjoy it.
Thanksgiving.
My man, figure drawing 2-on-2 equals 1-on-1, 3-on-3 equals more like a team.
The other thing is, I even said during that I will actually simultaneously beat Bigzz in a Star Wars trivia contest.
Oh my God! Here we go.
I will.
Here we go.
Joker, can you just post up Josh all day? Yeah, I could, but that's not fun. You know what I mean? Let me guess.
You could do that. And the second part of that is true. Yeah, of course.
We should do that though for fun. I'll be honest. I would like to do that for fun. I don't claim. Listen, Josh claims to know everything. I don't. I just know what I know, and that's it. What I don't know, I don't know. So if we could get someone from our group to come up with some questions, being unbiased between us,
we gotta get you know who we need to get to do it. Honestly, is we need to get Nemesis Prime to do it.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he knows a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah, and I think he's from outside the group where I think he would be fair.
Nah.
Yeah, he has no. Yeah, he wouldn't have no loyalty.
He got my back. All right,
and then after that, I'm gonna beat Bigzz in a Superman contest.
Oh my God!
Superman trivia contest too. Also,
well, you can beat me in the new stuff, but the old stuff you don't know.
I didn't say a Superman.
I've seen that already. You don't know the old stuff.
But I didn't say a Superman trivia contest. I said a Superman contest.
Oh yeah, listen, my condition, anybody go beat me right now.
Figure drawing.
We're going to see who can fly the farthest.
Yeah,
but you know what? Real quick before Mike, you go on, just gonna do a shameless plug because I saw, Josh's video with the Magic the Gathering has like 500 views already. I'm like, wow.
Oh no, it's more than that. First one, but that shows like how much more popular. That's not Magic.
Congratulations, though.
Whatever. Thanks. I mean, I appreciate the congratulate, but it's really nothing in terms of.
No, but I mean, you don't put out content like that. So for that one video to already have, when I checked it, it was at 500 already, and I'm like, wow, that's good,
Yeah, it's at.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I was trying to watch that shit, Josh, this morning. Yo, dude, I'm like, what the fuck is this nonsense, bro? Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, Josh. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's
fine.
What you mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm happy for that you pulled out those the foil cards, the Acolyte 9s or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, the Alchemy. Yeah, it's one of the Alchemy 9 cards.
See, I was trying to pay attention. See, all right, just let you know, I was watching, bro.
Okay.
It goes to show you though, real quick, the different hobbies are so much bigger than comic books. Because, like, for example, another IP, Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball channels are like 600, 700,000 subscriber channels. You know, there's no comic channels there that have that much, close to a million
Well,
subscribers.
You know what the other thing is too, and I found this, and I'm not saying this is universally true, but I think it's largely true, is in the YouTube or the online comic community, everything is so splintered and factioned, and you know, this group hates this group, and this one hates this one, and da 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 da, and nobody really cares about. Most people, I should say, don't care about seeing books. They really don't. I learned that pretty early on, that most people do not give a shit about seeing awesome books or rare books or books you'd never really see. People with cards just want to see cards opened and cool shit, no matter how many times they've seen it.
100%.
It doesn't matter, you know?
100%. The same thing with the toy channels.
Right.
Anybody with just a regular toy channel has 20, 30,000 followers watching their toy reviews. Then you have the bigger channels like Shartimus Prime and Pixel Band, that they're in the 600,000-700,000. And every toy channel that I watch has thousands of subscribers. Thousands of subscribers. The comic channels, no, we don't have nothing. Like, I'll give you an example. Our CGC unboxing that we did a day ago, that was an awesome video, and we showed some nice key issues, Silver Age issues, and it's only like at 400 something views only. A video like that could easily have at least 1,000 views minimum.
Yeah. I understand. I'm just to piggyback along. My man Josh talking about the card game. You talking about the retro figures, toys and shit, and also the retro video games too. Also, man. Google. This is Google Pixel. The Pixel Game Squad and was it like Phoenix Resale, Retro
Rick.
Yeah, all those channels, man. They're awesome, man. You know, and they got a lot of fucking views and a lot of shit going their way. So I enjoy those. Honestly speaking, I enjoy those videos more than I do comic book shit that's going on now. Like the only thing that keeps me into comic books is the haul videos, the old school haul videos. When Broski does it, I watch it. When what's his name, David Mint does his hauls, I watch it too. It's something about those things that you see a book, because it goes back to the origins of YouTube comic book community, where it started. Yes, there is communities, guys. I know people talk about, there's no community and this is that. There is. It's just a bunch of different communities. That's all it is. All right, little cliques. That's all it is. All right, but back then it was more like I keep saying it. You know, Sean. What is it? Mega Shek. What is his name? I forgot his name.
Shenrai or something.
Yeah. And Mercenaut, and what's the other guy's name?
Lightning 2288.
Yes, and his other boy with the whatever the cases. But those are the OGs, and Hero Hunter 81. That's another one. Like all those, like all they did was didn't even show their face. They didn't do none of this bullshit. They didn't do none of the speculations. None of that. They just show a book and they tell you, oh, this is the first appearance of this and that, and then whatever. And you learn like that, and that's all it is. And you know that's how we fed each other information throughout the community. And I really enjoy that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's how TiVo started, Long Box. That's how I started. That's what I was doing. I was just showing my collection, talking about different runs that I loved, and whenever I got new stuff, I put it up and talked about the book and why I got it. And if I read something that I thought was interesting, I would share it. That's how we all did. Your old school haul videos too were good. They were real good. Face forward camera for facing the what we called it, first person shooter. That's how we called it.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just first person shooter, and that's it. Like those days are gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. You know, I still watch whole videos with my peoples that I enjoy. I still watch it. But those days are gone. I don't think they'll ever come back or whatever. And they should, because that's how I learned. You know what I mean? What you think, broski?
No, it's because comics nowadays is different. It's not like how it used to be, where we'd have to go out and hunt. Now we talked about this last time. I think it was having a bunch of like store exclusives, variants. See, back in the day when we did them, those were hard to get because there wasn't that many people that were doing those back then, and a lot of people were picking them up because they didn't know about them. And I think it was when New York Warriors came out and the 9.2 crew came out, they started bringing those out little by little, introducing where to get those comics at. So now that everybody's pretty much like gets information everywhere, you show those, they won't know, but it's easier to find those as opposed to back then it wasn't as easy. So when you did a haul video, you wanted to see a certain people what books they picked up and how they get those, or what the variants that they picked up and reason why. Now these main artists that we have, like Adam Hughes and J. Scott Campbell and all these artists, are plugging away with a lot of work. Just like my guy Marco Mastrazo, he's doing a lot of Comic Unknown variants that
exclusives,
before it was harder to get work from him. Now he's doing shit once every week or two. He's coming out or a month. He's coming out. It's like hard to keep up on that artist, and the variants it's so easier now. So now when books coming, I'm with you, Mike. It's more like I'm here for the person who's showing the information of the reason why they picked it up and the reason of getting it and the story behind it. That excites us as collectors. How you guys got that book? Like, how'd you pick it up? Well, I went to a comic shop. They didn't even know that this book was that book, but this book is a certain book. It's out there. You just gotta search, and that will give us the thrill of hunting. So back even to this day, but I think a lot more of the variants and stuff like that, they're a lot more obtainable as it was in the past.
Yeah. Even Josh, when he started showing off and doing those CGC unboxings, us doing the CGC unboxings, like those are fun to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once you get into like personal and all of like this and that, I mean, listen, thank God for the police. You know, I'm not saying police, but thank God for the people who are putting alert to those who are doing wrong in the community. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? But those people that are stealing books and shit like that, get the fuck out of here. You know, don't do that shit. You know what I mean? You know, get away with that. You know, I appreciate that. But, at the same time, there's like somewhere it gets lost in translation about when it comes to just about comics, like Josh said. It's got to be all about comics. You know what I mean? It can be, a gang not messing with this gang and this and that. Just show books and that's it, man. Who cares, man? Man, I'll tell you one thing. The only reason why New York Warriors is still around is because we don't play the drummer shit. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. We fuck around with each other, but we really don't care, and we just show off our books and we just go about our business. You don't see us in no drama, and you won't hear nobody's name, our name out of their mouth ever.
No, it's all positivity here, from my point.
Yeah. We're 8 years strong right now. Yeah. This September will be 9 years.
Yeah, I got like 6 years in my.
Yeah, Broski. I think me and Broski started like around the same time, right? 6 years, something like that.
Yeah. Mike, you came into the channel in 2017, the ending of 2017.
Yeah.
Okay. That's when you joined like our Monday night show, chilling with the NY Warriors.
Yeah,
that's when you came. But you used to watch, used to be in that chats all the time. And as a matter of fact, you were the first purchase. You bought book. You were the first person to buy books for me on our own auction.
Yeah, you, Manny. Yeah. Oh man, they're great deals, definitely, man.
Yeah, you got killer Batman Silver Age books for me on that one. I remember.
Yeah, and this is way before the whatnot days and all that, whatever it was. Regular YouTube. It was just like, and keep saying it, man. Great Legend and the Warriors, mainly on alternating Saturdays and all that shit. Seeing who's selling, and it was just that was fun back then. That was good. You know what I'm saying? Because you get good guys in the panel, having good banter or whatever, and buying books, and that's all it was about. Now you got everybody, everything.
Yeah. And I don't know. Some people may not admit this, but I know that it's true, and I've never lied to the community. So Great Legend did his auctions, right? Every other Saturday, right? The first Saturday and last Saturday of the month. Yeah, and he always would get only like 15 to 20 people max watch. And, me and the guys used to watch it because we liked it. We bought books from them and everything. And then I reached out to him. I said, hey, would you have extra, would you allow me and one of my team to come on, which was Manny at the time? He said, yeah. He said, I would love for you guys to come on. I said, all right, but we're going to promote this right, because he never really promoted it, like doing flyers and all that stuff. So I had Eddie, shout out to Eddie, Comic Guy, create a flyer for his auction and to make sure that he adds me and Manny to the flyer. And I promoted it on IG, Facebook. And tell me why that first auction he did with us on it, was the first time he broke over 50 viewers on the auction. Yeah. And then after that, it got to the point where it was getting popular. He was getting about 50, 60 views, but then he couldn't have us on all the time because he rotate the community,
Yeah,
I remember that.
He rotate the community. So that's when I talked to the guys and I was like, listen, we should just I said we have our own little team and our little group, and we should just run our own once a month. And from there, you already know what happened from there. I don't got to say anymore.
Yeah.
It blew up for a while,
Well, back then you only had like 6 max you were able to hold before this.
Because before it was Google Hangouts, right? It was Google.
Yeah,
Hangouts.
No, Google Hangouts is nine people.
9, okay.
9 or 10.
No, 10, probably 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
10, yeah. And then StreamYard, after they dumped it, StreamYard came out with only 6 max.
That's what it was.
And then it wasn't after they became the paid subscription that you could they don't. It wasn't until maybe like a year ago that you could do up to 10 people. Maybe 2 years during the pandemic it jumped to 10.
Yeah. Let me see, my man. Program me real quick. It was fun being part of the auctions, chatting with everybody and buying books. Had a lot of good laughs and good books. Yeah, man. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now it's just like every day somebody has an auction. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, and don't get it twisted, man. People got to eat. People got to do what they got to do, no doubt, whatever. But I got, and I tell Bigzz, man, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I told Bigzz, like, when it comes to the auctions, like, I really don't like doing it no more. The fun is out. It used to be more fun back in the day. This is Snap. The chat was more interacting. Now I talk is more with y'all guys, and the chat sometimes is just dry a little bit.
I think it goes back when someone was saying in the chat when we went live last time, like the fact that when we're doing all this, everybody's cameras off except like one person that's selling.
Yeah,
they made the point where we're all like on this, like this, what we're doing, chit chatting and talking about the books and getting laughs. A lot of people don't do that nowadays like they used to. They just let the person sell. They stay quiet. They don't interact with the crew and the chat. And it's
we just had a pass auction this last Saturday, and it felt like an old school auction.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah,
that was good. I was there. Yeah, I didn't sell anything because I had no books. I had no books set up to sell, but it was fun. It was good, man. I enjoyed that one. That one was good.
The jokes were crazy.
I mean, it's always like that. You know what I mean? And to me, honestly speaking, it don't matter if you have 400 viewers or 20 or 30 viewers. It don't matter because honestly speaking, it only takes one person to be buying books, right? That's all it takes. Or 2.
Yeah. And look what happened. We each made like 1 or 2 sales, and then after the auction, I sold everything.
Yeah.
People watching the rewind.
Yeah, exactly. And they hit you up on IG and be like, "Yo, listen, what's up with that John Stewart or whatever case,
Yeah.
Yo, Doom, what's up, Doom?
What up, Doom? It's like 3 o'clock over there.
Yeah, I know. I did.
Third.
Your next one, I'm gonna invite you to that one because I didn't know if you was working. It's kind of like a late thing, Doom. I got you, brother, man. Because I miss my bro, man. I miss Doom.
Who doesn't?
But yeah, man. Yeah, that it's just crazy when it comes to that, man. You enjoying those that dinner right there, bro? What you got there, bro?
Hot pocket.
Yeah.
Nah, that should look like some rice and beans. You got some rice and beans there?
No, it's baked potato and garlic and Parmesan chicken.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Enjoy it, brother. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, what y'all think about this? What is it? What in the MCU with Silver Surfer being a woman, man?
Okay, is that confirmed though?
No, it's not. That's just so after digging in, that's not really confirmed. That's just someone dropping in like fake news just to get reactions from people. Stir up like basically pot stirrers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They want to stir up the pot. Yeah.
I'll say this: would I be surprised if they did it? No. Do I? Anything that relates to the Fantastic Four in the MCU? Like, I just don't care to comment on because they've changed. There are so many stories that have come out so many times. Even this Pedro Pascal shit. I'll believe it when the movie's out.
I wouldn't mind Pedro Pascal being Reed Richards.
I would. And I love yeah. I love Pedro Pascal. That's not Reed Richards. Sorry.
I like the way they started the guy from The Office better.
Exactly.
He fits perfect in that one.
He fits perfect. But like, obviously it's something that he doesn't want to do for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy, what's his name? Krasinski?
Yeah, John Krasinski.
So to me, he was the face already. They teased him as a variant of Mr. Fantastic. Why not stick with him? Now, I wouldn't have picked Pedro Pascal neither for the role, but I do think him given the role, probably he'll crush it. I think he'll crush it. But I wouldn't have picked him. I would have stood with the other guy, to be honest. Because me, I'm more about comic accuracy. When it comes to selecting the characters.
And is that confirmed yet either?
That's confirmed.
No, yeah, but
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal's confirmed. Yeah.
I haven't seen Marvel come out and say yes, 100%. This is true.
Yeah, he's casted. They got almost the whole cast casted on what's that site where they show the castings already? Because Marvel usually doesn't announce it. They let it be announced through is it IMDb or something like that is accurate with the castings once they're casted?
They do.
Once it's public.
That's not true because they did it with Mahershala Ali. They announced him as Blade.
Yeah, but that's because they had that was a convention.
He said IBM. That IBM, bro.
No, IMBD or something like that, right? This is called.
But my man Poke Grammy, what are your thoughts on the Madam Web? I'm passing on that shit, bro. I honestly speaking, have no interest in that whatsoever.
I'll watch it. I got women that live with me. They'll probably enjoy that movie because my daughter is a big Cindy Moon type, Spider Woman type deal. When she saw the trailer, I played it on her on the PS5. She said it looks pretty damn good. So I think for the female persons who collect comics will enjoy seeing that movie. Teenage
kids will.
Yeah. No. Respect that definitely, man. But I'll tell you what, I'm not against the women's either. I'd rather see Marvels than see that the Madam Web. I'll tell you that. Yep. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know the Madam Web thing. I feel like you don't have your shit together in that universe, and why would you put Madam Web first?
It's like a one-off though, like Blue Beetle.
It will be a one-off because it'll suck because Sony can't do anything.
They have to do. You got to remember too. So even though Sony owns, they don't own it, but right now they have the IP for the Spider-Man properties on the in the movies. If they don't come out with a project movie out at least every 5 years, they lose the IP. The IP goes back to Marvel. So their strategy, and I've heard this from other channels, their strategy is they'll make the $1 billion Spider-Man movies, and then they'll put a couple of in between that they know are not going to be successful like that, just so that they can keep the IP to give them time to develop their bigger movies. So those are it's like in a business plan when they do like acceptable losses or acceptable where they know it's not gonna do well. It's just to put out a product just so that they keep the IP. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I hope I explained that properly. Maybe Josh could explain that better.
Yeah, but I 100% don't buy that at all. Because no company is going to put out something that will lose them money on purpose every fucking time. Yes.
Yeah, well, you don't know if they're going to lose the money. Sony hasn't been losing money on their Spider-Man products at all.
You don't think that movie is going to lose money?
Yo, look at Venom. Look at
Venom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Carnage.
Venom didn't lose money. Venom did not lose money.
The second one?
The first Venom movie, no. The Venom movie made more money than what it budgeted.
Yeah, I'm talking about the second one. I mean, Morbius.
You know what? I got to look at the. I can't answer that. I can't say that it did because I don't remember what the movie did in the box office during its total run.
I enjoyed Morbius. I kind of liked it. I like Morbius.
I still haven't even.
I'm with you on that one. I watched it for the second time. First time I was like, but I put it on about a couple months back. The second time it was good.
And you know what? Do you see that right there, Josh? I got crucified for saying that I liked the Morbius movie. I remember Era almost took my head off when I said that.
Yeah, I remember.
I enjoyed it.
I was there when you got your opinion.
But I don't know why Sony just doesn't come to a better deal with Marvel. Be like, look, we obviously cannot make superhero movies.
You want to have some money, though.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but there's money to be made in different ways. You could still be like, look, you guys have complete control. We're just getting a cut and renegotiate it, renegotiate the deal. Instead of being like, well, we get full control or at least 75% control or half control and we get money on all our stuff. Like I forget who I was talking about with this the other day. Like, can you imagine, like, how bad they could potentially fuck up Miles or Spider-Gwen if they do a movie? Like, this is the company that we want in control of that. I love Sony, but not Sony Pictures.
Yeah, I agree. I think the only way Miles will be successful if Miles has a deal that Peter Parker, what's his name? The kid that's playing him, Tom Holland.
Right,
if you
I
had
don't
a deal
think
like
they
that,
will.
I know, I agree with you too. But that's the only way I see Miles being good. You know, because honestly speaking, I have no faith in fucking Sony.
I feel different about that than you guys because I enjoyed the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, and those are not MCU. And I even enjoyed the freaking. I mean, there's always flaws in all these movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're perfect movies, but I enjoyed all the Spider-Man live action movies from Sony.
Yeah,
I've watched them all multiple times.
But the spin-offs.
But the thing, it's that. But it's also that was a different time. You know, the Tobey Maguire movies were way before the MCU.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it was a different time, so what on their track record crucifies them so much? What, one bad movie? We Are Venom, that one? And what was the other one? And the Morbius? So you're judging them based on just two bad movies, while all the rest of the movies that they put out, as far as to the Spider-Verse or Spider-Man, they've all been pretty decent, in my opinion. And I've watched them all multiple times, more than a lot of MC movies that I've only watched once because they were bad.
I'm with you. My daughter's like that. She watched a lot of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man before any other.
So let me ask you something, Biggs. You think Craven? You know, what about Craven?
I'm gonna watch Craven. Yeah,
I am too. I am too. But
I'm gonna watch Craven.
I still don't have hope for it though. You know, it's just something about I don't know. Like
Listen, you know why I'm gonna watch Craven, and I'm gonna like probably. So far, I like the trailer because the only thing I've ever read with Craven is Craven's Last Hunt. That's the only series I've ever read with Craven. I've never read anything else, so I don't have really much to go on, but just that alone.
Yeah.
So they can't mess it up that bad. You know, if you're giving me an action movie and it's rated R and the guy's killing everybody and just whatever, it's I'm gonna go to it with low expectations. And if I get entertained, I get entertained.
On that, Biggs. I'm not really a big Craven fan. I don't really read much, but I'm going there like the same thing with low expectations. But I like that actor. I always like that actor. I don't know why I like that actor. I always liked him. So we'll see how he does for Craven. I know it's been one of those movies like Morbius where they've been pushing it back and back and back, which is kind of like the only thing that's upsetting me low key. But can't wait to come out.
My man Figure Drawn agreeing with Josh, 1,000% right. They should stay away from Miles live action. Stay with animation. It's timeless.
Well, I agree.
They have to eventually bring it.
Yeah. That's what I want to say. Like he's right with most of that. I think Sony needs to stay away from Miles, and I think Marvel needs to get their hands on it somehow. Like the two best Miles things by far are obviously the Spider-Verse, and the video games.
Yeah,
that Miles stuff is so good.
Can you imagine how much the IP of Spider-Man in the live action universe, how much that's worth now? You know how much Disney would have to pay Sony to get that back? Like if they wanted to buy it out, I don't think they could afford it right now.
I mean,
they could afford it.
They afforded the Fox shit, the X-Men shit.
They can afford it.
Yeah, they could afford it. I think so.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I would hope, and you would assume that somebody at Sony has and Disney has done the numbers where it's like, where does Sony make more money in keeping the all the Spider properties for themselves and doing what they will, making bad movies that aren't in conjunction with Marvel besides the Spider-Man movies, and losing money or not making enough, but still holding the film rights to it, or giving it back to Disney with still their hooks into it where they get maybe a bigger piece, you know what I mean? But they don't own it, and have Disney do it the right way or better than they can.
Well, Disney hasn't been doing movies the right way. So I know you're saying that, but if you're talking phase 1, 2, and 3 MCU, then yeah, I would agree with you. But the way Marvel is run now, the products that we get now from them, I'd rather Spider-Man stay where he's at right now.
Yeah,
you rather
But okay, and you're right about that. But here's the thing: is even a bad Marvel movie does better than a halfway decent Sony one.
That's
With
not
the
true.
exception
You got the
of-
lowest. You just got hit with the lowest box office ever right now.
That's what I was just about to say. I was just about to say, with the exception of that one. Don't set the
That's not true.
That's the rule.
That's not true.
Don't use that. Everyone knew that was going to be a critical failure and financial failure from the beginning. You're taking honestly the worst thing that they have and using that as the bar.
Well,
You only get as good as your last product, man.
and that's kind of like
That's how the world works.
Yeah, you're never gonna be as great as you were before. Something's gonna happen with flaws, and it's one of those things where like how you say, like the Blue Beetle movie, right? That's another one that DCU did. It's the opposite. They made crappy ass live movies with just the situation they're having with Scott Snyder and all that stuff, and then they made this Blue Beetle movie that came out like about a year ago.
She was good,
and that shit's fucking still one of the greatest movies to be. I could rewatch that one a few times already. It's like they almost did a whole 360.
Well,
yeah, Blue Beetle was a fun movie. It was a fun movie. Definitely has rewatchability on it.
Yo, my man, Square Circle Comments, BX Boxing Man. Well, Marvel has a good lineup of directors and writers. Sony needs to have Sam Raimi and on retainer. Even then, though, I don't know. Come on, because even.
Yeah, he's an MCU guy now. He did Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which I think it did well financially. It wasn't a bomb. People had problems with that movie too, but I watched it a couple of times. It was what it was. It was fun. It wasn't I don't think that was a bad movie.
Yo, but my whole thing is all right. My whole thing is that when it comes to Sony, look how they did Venom. Like, you introduced Venom in his own movie, not introduce him like the proper way, like with Spider-Man with the
symbiote. Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah, of course.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? So that's what kind of gives me the Sony don't know what they doing. You know what I mean? Shit. So I have more faith, like Josh says, with Disney, making these movies, getting it right than Sony does. Because Sony, the way they introduced Venom, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, but so some of the reasoning why they introduced Venom was because they wanted to create their own basically Spider-Verse, and while they have Tom Holland and MCU, they wasn't going to introduce another Spider-Man head. That's the reasoning behind that.
Okay,
makes sense.
So this you have to look into other reasons why. It's not just because they wanted to. They're not going to do that. The only way they're going to make a live action Spider-Man like standalone again is when Tom Holland is no longer part of that MCU Spider-Man thing. Like once that finishes, then I think you'll probably get another Spider-Man lead, another reboot again of the Spider-Man character, or a Spider-Man character added to that universe.
Yeah. Figure Jordan says Bigzz. In many people's eyes, Venom in a Marvel movie would have been way better than a goofy ass Sony Venom.
Oh yeah, of course. Listen, I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
Of course, I would love to have Venom in the MCU, and it would probably have been better. Yeah, hands down, 100%. But what I'm saying is that right now, the way it stands, I'm okay with them keeping those characters right now, because until Marvel gets their stuff together and get things the way I would like to see them, I wouldn't want to add another property that they can just make it into whatever they want to make it into,
Did Sony make Blade? Oh, you talking about the Blade movies from back in the day?
No, those are Marvel. Those are Marvel movies. The Blade movies.
Yeah. Those weren't Sony movies.
They just were. They were just distributed by I think it was New Line or something like that. But the IPs were still owned by Marvel.
Yeah. Whoever made Blade saved superhero movies, MCU especially. Yo, I agree, man. Those Blade movies were dope. Yeah. I don't know about Blade 3, but they were dope.
Yeah, Blade 3 not so much. Yeah, you're right. New Line.
Yeah, not so much. Yeah, you're right. Blade 3 not so much, but Blade 1 and 2 they were real good.
Really good. Really good.
That's a good storyline.
Yeah. And I've watched those hundreds of times.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But I mean, I guess Sony can always bank off for Spider-Man through Disney there, and then the video games, right? Video games, they go they bank it like crazy when it comes to the video game, when it comes to Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
And that leads to my segue to another thing that I wanted to do a tier list of. Is gonna be.
What do you know about these? First of all,
what about what? Let me see. What you
Oh, the
get that
Goya
shit out of
crackers,
here?
yeah.
Maria cookies? Come
The
on,
Goya
bro.
crackers, yeah.
Come on.
What do you know? You don't know shit.
Listen, that's how you know you've been hanging out with Latino brothers a lot.
Bro, I've been eating these since like 2004 when
the only way you eat proper Maria cookies is with some cafecito. Right?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Not like that. Choking on it with water.
The only
with some water.
The only thing that sucks about these is a lot of the times, like, not lately though.
Melted.
No. Like the first like I don't know, eighth of them will all be broken for some reason. A lot of the time, not lately though.
Shit.
Definitely, man. Oh.
That's good, yeah.
Exactly, yo. Disrespect, right? Was a Maria cookies was the water, yo.
Yeah, disrespect. Don't ever disrespect.
Don't ever disrespect me with that shit, all right?
What?
But anyway, man.
What did I disrespect you with?
With some water, man. With them Maria cookies.
I didn't have anything to drink.
What you gonna drink after that?
I'm not gonna drink anything. I'm not thirsty.
Not more. Think about water.
Oh man, is Marvel doing that bad? Though the holiday specials were fire. Guardians 3 was dope. Guardian 3 was dope. Loki season 2 was pretty good. So yes, it was. And we got Deadpool 3 coming. X-Men 97. And those other animations. What is a freshman year for Spider-Man or whatever? And hopefully a dope Daredevil series. I agree, man. We got good things.
Those properties that he mentioned are doing well because they're not. I don't think, like, for example, Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3. I know Kevin Feige runs everything, but he's not the mastermind behind Deadpool 3. You all know that. So that's gonna do well right now. The Guardians 3. That's James Gunn's love letter to all of us, and no one was telling him what to do on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
100%. No Kevin Feige, no Bob Iger. Nobody was going to tell him what to do in that movie. That was his love letter to us, saying goodbye. Because now he's running DC. What was the other thing he mentioned on that comment?
Yeah, boom. Guardians 3, Loki, season 2.
Yeah. Loki was dope season 2, 100%. I give that hands down to the MCU team. That was really well. I really enjoyed that series.
I did.
And the holiday specials were good. Yeah, the holiday specials were good. And the holiday specials, including the Werewolf by Night and all that was all dope.
The Halloween shit.
Yeah, the Halloween special. Yeah, those were dope too.
And of course, Marvel can't mess up X-Men and FF, but they are great with casting. I mean, I guess Disney are pretty good, kind of good when it comes to casting. You know what I mean?
I just hope they keep because I hope they keep a younger Magneto when it comes time, and I would love to see Michael Fassbender play that role again, because in all of the X-Men movies, I think Michael Fassbender he held it down as Magneto.
Yeah, he was dope. He was dope. Yes.
As a bad guy, as an anti-hero, everything. Like Fassbender's Magneto to me is one of the best. My wife and I, we're huge fans. She's a huge fan of the X-Men, and his portrayal of it was. You know what part was really emotional, was good, that he did really well on that last movie where he did with Apocalypse, when Apocalypse was telling him to feel the ground and he brought him back to the gate of those concentration camps. That was a powerful scene right there.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was like metal in the floor. Like that scene right there. Rewatch that scene again.
Yeah, that really happened in real life, right? He actually really did that. That really happened.
No, he didn't really do it.
Yeah, sure did. When he reached down into the earth and all that metal shit flew up everywhere. Yeah.
No, that was a dope scene.
With some water.
Yeah, peep the Marvel's end credit scene. I mean, I know there's a lot of spoilers out there already. You know what I mean?
I've seen
it. Yeah, you can talk about it. Nobody watched it, so you go ahead. You can watch.
I mean, go ahead, talk about it. Go ahead, man. I mean, I haven't been spoiled yet. And I don't care about it. When it comes to being spoiled with this, I don't think I mind it. Oh, what is it? The X-Men or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. They it was Monica Rambeau as Binary.
Yeah.
And Beast, Kelsey Grammer's Beast. She woke up in that X-Men universe. She woke up in another universe.
Not Monica, Maria Rambeau.
Maria Rambeau, sorry. Maria Rambeau, played her mother. She woke up in another universe. And it was an X-Men universe. And it was a Beast, and it was her as Binary.
Dude, It is so. I don't know why they are so intent on Maria Rambeau. Like they're trying to force her in my mind,
100%.
in so many people's mind. Like, why do you either A, like this actress so much, or B, love Maria Rambeau so much that you're just like desperately trying to stick her into something?
Yeah. They it's to the point where they're trying to shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
It feels like, you know.
Played her part fine in the first Marvel's movie. Let it be. Like, you know, we don't need her as Captain Marvel in Doctor Strange. We don't need her as Binary. We don't.
Me too, Edwin.
Or I don't think we do anyway.
Yeah, like all the choices they could have went from. I understand the Beast one because she's in the hospital wing of the X Mansion, but come on, we could have saw Jean Grey. We could even saw another Professor X.
Yeah.
You know, like really, like Binary as. Come on.
Yeah,
that was so like.
Yeah, he does look like the animated series, and I liked it.
And then the other one, the Young Avengers one, where it's like,
yeah, they really are setting up either a Young Avengers or a Young Champions team, one or the other.
But again, like I'm wondering with the whatever it is it too little, too late?
With what?
For the Young Avengers?
No.
I feel like they
you know what,
probably capture on this a couple years ago, and they didn't capture the momentum. I'm not saying it can't be done great, and or that it won't turn out great. I'm just kind of wondering is that hype still there for them?
I'll tell you one thing: if the MCU was going still full throttle, like boom, still maybe yes. But now that is a little shaky, and they kind of like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? What's this and what's that? Whatever. They probably put them on a shelf for now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know, man. It's animated.
One off.
Even so, man. Even so. I'm surprised. What he said, I'm surprised they never brought Amadeus Cho. They had his mom in Ultron. I mean, there's some speculations on where Amadeus Cho is going to be in, and I've read some of that, and it might be on a animated cartoon that's coming up. I think, what is it, 2024? When is it's going to be Spider-Man freshman year? They were talking about that, so don't know, man. Don't know. But yeah, man. Real quick, man. Let me start this next segment right here, guys. I wanted to show y'all guys off. I want to do a little tier list with you guys, man. Let me know what y'all think of this. Boom.
A what? What was that?
A tier list. A tier list. A tier list, and it starts right here, guys. Boom. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 video games, right? Comic book based video games, I should say. And I want to rank them from S being the best to D being the worst. You know, if you haven't played the game, I guess you can put a D if y'all want, or just be neutral, whatever. Okay. But does that sound fun? You want to try it? You want to try it?
Yeah. Now, wait, what are you saying? Spider-Man, the series, and Batman.
No. That's what I was gonna get to. That's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
I see. I didn't put the whole series because I feel like if this is doing well, then we could do other parts. So I'm just doing Spider-Man 1 from PlayStation 4. I'm doing Arkham Asylum. I'm doing the TMNT arcade game. I'm doing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 only. Injustice 1, the Walking Dead Telltale games, Ultimate Alliance, and I'm doing the X-Men arcade game.
Okay, so I played almost all of those except the Spider-Man.
Yeah,
the X-Men arcade game from
the arcade
early '90s. Yeah,
back in like '90s.
Yeah.
So y'all want to give this a try? If this goes good, I got another one for y'all. So
okay,
let's another one tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. So let's try out, man. Let's start off with maybe not so popular with people that may know about this, man. But
wait a minute. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. So this isn't a rank 'em list in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's just put them on.
Yeah, they're in the bottom basically. They're in no particular order or whatever. I'm gonna start off with Ultimate Alliance, and if I want to put an S, we all agree at S. We keep on an S, the best or whatever. If we all agree that it deserves to be in a C, then we put them on C.
Okay.
You understand?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and let's really rank them.
Okay.
I think. Some of you guys have a tendency to rank everything very, very good.
All right.
So, guys, pick the first one you want us to talk about.
All right. Well, let's start off with the Walking Dead Telltale. All right. let's start off with this. I'm just gonna put them right here.
Okay.
Have y'all guys played this?
Yes.
I played
Yes.
it. Yeah.
I have, yeah.
How are we ranking it as an overall or story, gameplay, everything's into consideration?
All right, where does it rank in your all-time list? How about that?
Okay.
Does that kind of give you a or still you need you need some type of what is it, margin to grade it or some shit? What?
That one was pretty good because that one you had to pick and choose your whole option of what you wanted
what
to
to
do.
do.
Save the person. You wanted to leave the person there. I remember playing that game. That was a while ago. That was probably 10 years ago, but 10, 15 years ago. But that game was a pretty good game because that's what Walking Dead had the big whole hype when the TV show came on. And I think that was one of the first games that was like was it like for PlayStation 3?
Yeah.
It was the DLC. It was like you bought it, purchased it on the actual PlayStation Network. And also it was on the Wii U, if I remember.
It was.
Yeah, it was on the Wii U. Yeah.
The game was a pretty good game. I
It was
liked
on
it.
everything. They had that on Vita. They had it on everything.
Yeah, you can even download the app and play it on your phone.
Yes, that was a,
And shout out to my son. Shout out to my son because this was his idea with the TM Maker. So shout out to you, pops.
So it goes from least to best, right?
Yeah. All right. So what you give it?
I give it out of all these categories, I'll probably give it like an A, like under the S. So being the very bottom, being the best, I'll put it at A. Yeah, that's where I'll put it at.
Okay, is that an A right now? Okay, all right. Let me hear from you, Josh.
I'd put it somewhere between like an A and a B. I mean, it was a very good game. The story was very good, especially the end.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Like when I think of like an S game, I mean that's usually a game that either changed something, like for the future of the industry, or was so groundbreaking and.
Yo, Josh, I can guarantee you, one of these games you're gonna give it an S. Maybe
I think there's two games I'm gonna give it an S.
So
yeah, but this isn't one of them. And that's not to say this game was not very good.
Nah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. What about you, Bigzz?
So this game, my wife and I are a fan of it. She played it more than me, and I just helped her along with it. Mm-hmm. I ranked this game pretty high because it hits a few things. So it gave, at the time, Walking Dead was huge. Yep. And being a fan of the shows and a fan of the comics, remember we were reading those as they were coming out. I'm like, you wanted more. You couldn't get enough content. And this game offered new content to the Walking Dead franchise. It introduced new characters, Clementine. Introduce different possibilities. Like it can, and depending on what you select, will dictate the story. So it has a lot of replay value. And play it, and also you can also watch people play the story online. We watched a lot of people play different routes than we took. So I put this up there, like right under the, not the top tier, but like right under the top tier, whatever letter that is.
All right. So the best, like I said, is S. Then it goes A, B, C, and D.
I put it at A.
You put it at A? Okay, so far is at A right now. Broski, Josh kind of agree with A or B. And you say A, so it's gonna stay at A. But I'm gonna give it, honestly speaking, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm over B, but it stays at A because y'all kind of 3 out of 1.
I mean, if you want to get real, I would probably give it a B. It's like right in between that A and a B.
Okay. Me. I mean, honestly speaking, like I said, man, I didn't really play much of this. What was the first Telltale games? Was this or was it Wolf Amongst Us? Or
no.
That's Batman.
Was it Batman?
No. Don't listen to these two. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. No, it wasn't the first game. It wasn't even close to the first game. No, Telltale. I can't, like Monkey Island was on Telltale long before that. I don't even think that was their first game.
We're talking about, I think, Marvel or a comic
like
based.
a comic book based.
That's
Telltale.
what we're talking about.
Well, you're just talking about comic books, though.
Correct. Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Oh well, you just said Telltale. What was the first Telltale game? You didn't say.
Yeah, but that's what I meant. What I meant to add was a comic book based Telltale game. Which one was the first one? Was it
Walking Dead?
Oh, Walking Dead. Okay, so I was right. I've also that's what I was about to say. Yeah, now all right. Since I vote B, Josh vote B, and A from Bigzz and Gomez. Let us know in the chat, man, what y'all say, man. That this way, we can place it somewhere because right now it's in limbo. Right now it's in between A and B. So let
You
me
gotta
know
go back
what
to
y'all
when
think.
this shit first came out, though. That was a fucking
I'm
big
sorry.
game.
Can we pause for a second? There's something kind of going on here in the chat that.
Yeah, Eminem is giving. Go to his website tomorrow, and I think he's doing like like pre-orders for some type of like package that comes with I think the Marshall Mathers 2 record, and then I think that exclusive that y'all bought a couple months ago, whatever. It's included in that too.
The black and white one.
I don't know if it's black and white. I'm not sure. It probably is though.
So they're reprinting what they said.
I don't know. I don't know if
limited?
they reprinted or maybe they had something left. I don't know. Don't know, man.
I don't care, to be honest.
But yeah, man, gotta love to tell choose your own.
I wonder how they'll ship that shit.
So we're gonna just keep it at A right now, man.
In the box.
So wait, you got some votes. Comics and Culture said S. Joker 153, that's your son. He said S. Samantha R says S.
All right, so then you know what? We keep it A. That's an A right there. Because if I said 2 B's, y'all said 2 A's. We just keep it at A. That's still
so
good.
you got 3 S's in the chat. Yeah,
that's still good there, man. So there you go, guys, man. That's the first one there. Second game. Let's move on to the second game, man. Let's move on with a good one. Let's do Marvel's Capcom 2. Let's do that one. I'm gonna rank it high. I'm gonna rank it as an S. Yes, I'm gonna rank it as an S. Reason why when it comes to fighting games and when it comes to these Marvel's Capcom, what is it? Marvel superheroes and so far whatever. I think this one here is the best one out of all the franchise. Because even Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3 sucked to me at least.
Yeah.
It's like I wasn't feeling it. Infinite, the last one, did not like it at all whatsoever.
Didn't play those two.
Yeah, and then just the fucking soundtrack alone on Marvel's Capcom 2, sick ass, bro. It's just dope. But underrated is X-Men. What is it? X-Men versus Street Fighter? I think it is. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
That shit was dope, man. What about you, Biggs? What you think?
I you know what? I got to put that up there to it as because I bought that game for multiple consoles, even though it's the same version for each. I had it for my GameCube. I had it for my Sega Dreamcast. And the only one I don't remember if they ported it over to PS3. I don't know if that was ported over. I can't remember. But that game, forget about it. That was just that was back at a time where, your friends had to come over and that's how you played the game. It just hours and hours of playing that game, just endless. I'd put a fun factor for me. You know how I feel about the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat games. That's what I play. I give it an A just for fun. The amount of characters, you had over 50 characters you can choose from.
Yeah. You're right. A lot of characters. True that, man. What about you, Josh? Let me hear you, man.
I would say it's somewhere between an A and a B.
A and a B. Okay, so right now we got. You don't want to go in depth with that? Okay.
I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it was that high.
All right, got you, man. All right, Broski. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's between. I think it was like an A game because, I was big on that game, but how you say? I was more a Street Fighter person when it came to fighting.
Me too.
Game. That was what I was raised on.
Mortal
playing.
Kombat.
This one was more like if I was at a Pizza Hut, I'll play with quarters. Until recently, I think Big said it with the PS3. I think you're able to download it. That's the first time I played it since I played it with quarters. So I didn't really purchase this game unless I was playing it at an arcade. I thought it was fun playing with people versus people in arcade. Then when I got it on a PS3, downloaded it, it was fun playing it with friends of mine, and that was nostalgia purpose. But I wasn't really like person who would purchase it on multiple consoles. I would want to play it when people were around. I won't play it by myself per se. Mm-hmm. So I'll put it like between probably an A.
All right. I mean, that's 2 S's and 2 A's. I mean, like we all came up with good, reasons why we graded it, man. Let us know in the chat too. I see 2 S's. I see 1 A. I mean, we're gonna, I guess, keep it on S right now because
Yeah, figure drawing S. Joker 153 said easy S. Samantha R says ECS, and Big Fetty says A.
All right, so then we're gonna leave it at S then for that one.
Yeah, leave it S.
Just listen, man. Fighting game wise, I'm not mad at that one. That one was my favorite one right there of all time, man. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. When it comes to that franchise, the Capcom franchise, I mean, obviously Street Fighter alone is fucking dope, but that's a whole different ballgame. That's not comic book based, so that's what's not here. All right, so we're gonna move on, man. Next up, let's see, let's throw in boom, boom, boom. Let's throw in Ultimate Alliance. Let's see if anybody played that, man. Anybody here played it?
Nope.
Have not played it.
I did download it because it was one of the first games that was like a free download.
Yes.
So but after I downloaded it, it was hard to like run into missions and to level up your character. Like, I found it very difficult, and after like a week of trying to play it, I never played it again. So for me, it's on the bottom.
Is it the bottom? So you giving it a D?
I give it a D. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All
right. No doubt. Broski, you play this?
Yeah, I played it. I think I played it on Nintendo Wii back in the day when I had the Wii. But I didn't really get into it too. I think I was with Bigzz. It was just one of those things where I just didn't care for it that much. It was just too much shit going on. And it was too much of my time and my era where it's like I just wanted to pick up a game and just fucking fight. But there was like areas you had to pick a battle, so I was like, I got time for this shit. So I think it was a D, like a replay value was really salty.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That's fair. So you give it a B, you say?
A D.
A D. All right. So Biggs and we're going to give it a D.
I'm gonna
leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there at a C, and I'm going with a B or C, but I'm gonna go with a C because this is like after Ultimate Alliance 2, I wasn't really feeling the latest Ultimate Alliance sucked ass. But the only reason why I kind of liked Ultimate Alliance, and this is one of those not a typical game, because I think the one before this is kind of like it was X-Men Legends, if I'm not mistaken. And that game was pretty dope. But Ultimate Alliance, I should say, you could play with like almost every character. Damn character, and the DLCs later on, you could play with Silver Surfer, you could play with Ghost Rider, you could play Doctor Doom, Thanos, all that. It was just pretty dope. The storyline was kind of weak a little bit. I understand that too. But for those kind of reasons, I'm gonna leave it at a C, I guess. So, but I enjoyed it. It's it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. All right. Let me see. Even everyone is handing out some D's. Pause. Oh shit, yo. All right, man. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move along, man. We're gonna go. Let's go with Injustice. How about that? We're gonna go with Injustice. So with you, Josh. What you say with Injustice?
B.
All right.
B because of the story.
Very good story. I agree. Very good story. That's it. Nothing else said, right? Story?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fine fighting game. I mean, it was it came out right after Mortal Kombat 9, kind of when, NetherRealm created their own studio out of the ashes of Midway and Ed Boon and all that. And Mortal Kombat 9 was fantastic, and this was kind of riding on its coattails, and it was also fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was something. I'm more of a Mortal Kombat person and somewhat Street Fighter, and I don't know, there was just something missing in this game that I can't quite put my fingers on. Again, I enjoyed it. I thought the story was great. And NetherRealm can do stories in fighting games like no other company can, and that's just a fact.
That's one thing I took away from Injustice was a hell of a storyline. It was a good storyline, very good storyline. Broski, what about you? You play this?
Yeah, I played it. I think that was one of the first DC fighting games, right?
No, I think it was DC Universe Online, right? Something like that.
Well, they had Mortal Kombat versus DC also.
But like Injustice, this is all just like all DC based.
Yeah,
characters that were fighting against each other. Correct? If I wasn't wrong. Yeah, this was one of the first games I bought, and I was hyped for it. I remember going to GameStop pre-ordering this to get it at the midnight release because of the base of having an actual DC fighting game with that University storyline. The storyline was really good. I think it was based on Superman, right? If I recall. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, this game, I put this under between an A and an S because I played this game a lot. Replay vibe just to get to know the characters at that time when it came out, and the graphics at that time with the PS3. I really enjoyed how it portrayed like this talking, the voices, and listen to the background story of the introduction. It had a good vibe when I played it, so I liked it. I liked the whole thing. I think it was a B for sure, A or B for sure.
Okay, got you. Good. Good grade, man. And when it comes to B, listen, B is still a good grade for the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Biggs, man, you available or not? You're not
Yeah,
available?
yeah. I just muted because they just talking over in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah. So this game, bought this game as it dropped. I was getting the little DLC characters as they would. I really took the game a lot. I enjoyed it. I love the graphics. I love the Mortal Kombat style. Because the studio. It's the same studio. I like the storyline was dope. Having a bad Superman was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the finishing moves, but I know what Josh said. It felt like it was missing something. You know what is the game? The gameplay was so much like Mortal Kombat. It felt like you needed to be able to do different finishing moves, not just that same one at the end. Like if you would have had multiple finishers, then I think it would have made the game a little better. But that being said, I won't give it an S, but I will agree with you guys on B on that.
All right, so then Broski give it a A or a B. Josh gives it a B. You give it a B. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna leave it at a B too, man. Storyline, man, like Josh said, was pretty fucking dope. Listen, I'm giving all the props, man, right now. The storyline was good. Fucking fatalities were dope too. At that, you get to see Batman using his damn fucking Batmobile as it was pretty dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The cinematics were nice.
Yeah, it was really, and then you get to see people, bone break and all that. It was dope. But
and the environment too. You could use the environment was good.
Yeah, the background, the stage or whatever.
You can break through stages. Yeah.
So, but the only thing is, it's like missing its own thing because to me, like Josh and Big said, just if you put Scorpion as the Joker, it just looks like a typical Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was just missing one thing, and for me to just bump it up more. But yeah, like I said, a B is still good, so we're gonna leave it at a B. And I'm assuming people I see B's in this chat, so we're gonna leave it at B. All right, next up, man, we're gonna move on, man. We're gonna talk about boom, boom, boom. Let's talk about there we go, TMNT arcade game.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Take your money. Let's start off with Josh, because Josh, again, what you say, Josh?
It's a fucking S. It's an S all day long.
Wow. Okay. The arcade game at that. All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is because again.
Now hold on. Now let me ask you something, because it's like two different versions, right? You get the console, you get the console edition, but the arcade version too. Also, which version did you like?
Super
the
Nintendo
home
and
console
arcade?
Or the arcade itself?
Both.
Okay. All right. But go ahead, explain more.
So I feel this game and The Simpsons literally defined, and Mortal Kombat defined the very early 90s arcade places.
Okay.
It just did. Yeah, X-Men was kind of along that line too, but it didn't resonate like Turtles, and it didn't resonate like the Simpsons game did. And so many games copied this style. Yes, there were games that came before it that did very similar things too, but they just took it to another level with these Turtle games. So I it's an S.
I like that.
Industry defining for a while.
I like that, Josh. I like that. And when it comes to other things like Turtles in Time also should. Listen, man, awesome game too. Also, you know what I mean. But I didn't. That's why I want to leave it another part, so we can talk about maybe later on down the line. We can talk about other sequels and certain games or whatever. Depending how this goes. But yeah, man. Biggs, what about you, Biggs?
Yeah, I enjoyed Turtles Arcade. I know you didn't put it on there, but I enjoyed Turtles in Time a little bit better, just because the feature of where you could throw your character into the screen.
Yeah.
To me, that was so fun to do that. But yeah, kind of the same thing with Josh said. It was one of those games where it set the standard for arcade mash 'em up team teams like the Simpsons, and X-Men was before that. But this one was a little more, I think, a little more fun.
Yeah.
It was a little bit.
What about you, Broski?
Yeah, this is back when Ninja Turtles was a thing, before Ninja Turtles came on Nintendo.
But I give it an A. Sorry, I didn't give it a grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things where it's like one of those games where you're at an arcade game. This is one of them that you want to play when you're at the arcade with a bunch of people and try to defeat the shit out of stories. And when it came on Super Nintendo, that's the game I wanted to buy right when it came out because the graphics was enhanced. Almost same story base, but the graphics was enhanced with all the characters on Super Nintendo. I was like, shit. So that was one of the games I liked next to Battletoads. That was one of the games that had that side gaming that was fucking awesome. So I play those games like crazy.
Yeah. So what you graded it?
I graded like an S. That's a nostalgic game for me.
I like that.
That's
I like that.
You want to play games?
Okay. You got 2 S's and an A from Bigzz. Me myself, what I'm gonna give this. I mean, TMNT arcade game is fucking dope. Yeah, when it comes to the beat 'em up side scroll games, awesome. TMNT was one of them that was dope. Because the first TMNT on the NES was a hard ass fucking game.
It was, and it wasn't very good. It has its cult following, but it was. Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't like it.
Yeah, best character is Donatello because his staff could reach everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I'm gonna give TMNT arcade game an S2 also, man, because that's just one of those games that is more nostalgia for me, and TMNT, honestly speaking, when you grade next to and we got X-Men, I'm gonna bring it up next. We could talk about X-Men. When you talk about the Homer Simpson, the Simpson game, those are iconic, but it's just like this right here was more of the give me a fucking fistful of quarters, boom, just put it right there, and I'm just going in. I'm going in on this shit on the arcade.
You're right there. Good fucking credits at the ass.
Hell yeah. So there we go, man. So that we're gonna leave it at ass. So we're moving on, man. Moving on to X-Men right here, guys. This one here. Go ahead, Bigzz. You go first.
Which one you picked?
X-Men the arcade game.
Oh, X-Men Arcade. Oh, so X-Men Arcade was it's the arcade that had the double screen, so that made it like really nice, and all the characters you can pick. Yeah, it was just fun to see all the X-Men on something digital. Like a comic book brought to life. So I really enjoyed that part of it. I also I downloaded it for PS3 because you could play it. You remember we was on off-air hangouts and I used to play it, and I used to have my phone facing it so y'all could see the gameplay. I don't know if you remember that far back when we had the off-air hangouts.
Nah, that was before the Joker's time. That was
nah, you were there. You just don't remember. Yeah. I used to play that while we were on the off-air and have my camera facing it. Yeah. The X-Men Arcade. Yeah, I loved it. There's nothing bad I could say about it. I give it an A.
You give it an A? All right. So
are people still commenting in the comments? Because I haven't seen any movement. I want to hear what people say.
I haven't seen no movement since the last one.
No, not since Turtles. Since I think Injustice, I want to say.
Injustice, that was the last voting there, yeah.
Yeah, let us know, people in the chat, man, what y'all think, man. But right now, Bigzz give it an A, man. X-Men arcade game. Broski, you play this?
Yeah, I played that one. I was always Wolverine. That was a badass game, man. I like Wolverine. We did the fucking and he fucked up shit. And then when you get to the part with the Sentinels, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
like the Sentinel parts. That I always liked the fucking color. I always liked beating the shit out of those motherfuckers. When you hit them, it fucking like it was just fuck to me. That was like in that Ninja Turtle era. That was a badass game. When I had that game in arcade, I had to play that shit. And when I think I got to the same thing what Bigzz says on the PS3. I downloaded that shit just for nostalgia purpose. Dude, that game was one of the sickest games I liked besides Capcom vs. Marvel. When they first came out on fucking arcade, that was one of the baddest X-Men games before all that Wolverine type shit. So yeah, that one's I say an S myself.
Again, guys, this is basically just comic book based video games. But what
Contra.
Well, listen, man. That's stick around. All right.
Contra was Nintendo back in the day. Up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start. Let's go,
So,
baby.
so what you graded, broski?
I gave it an S.
An S. All right.
An S and an A between that range. But I'm
if
right
you go
there.
between that, we're gonna go with an A then, because Big's got an A also with that one.
Okay.
All right, so we could keep it at an A. What about you, Josh?
Excuse me. I give it a B.
Okay.
It came. I want to say this game came out in like 1992. Turtles came out in '89, I think, if I remember right.
No, the arcade game.
Yeah.
No, this one, X-Men came out before the TMNT.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I didn't play TMNT and X-Men enough for my vote for to be credible. I mean, yeah. If you haven't played the game, like if nobody in the panel would have picked the game, then I guess you just keep it neutral, just skip and we just move on. But
yeah, when fucking Wolverine had that fucking
yo,
fucking the blaze, dude, that shit was nuts.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was like
Colossus was dope, man. It was dope.
Dazzler was in this too, right?
Wasn't Dazzler?
Wasn't it Cyclops, Colossus, Wolverine?
No, it's
Nightcrawler, Storm.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right? And I think, I'm looking this up right now. Unless it's a different one, I'm not saying this is it. This says 1992.
The arcade game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's called. Yeah, I don't know, but go ahead. What you were saying?
But anyway, but so in my mind, I'm pretty sure this came out after Turtles.
I was born.
So I don't. It wasn't one of those games where people would be standing in line for it and people would just be unloading quarters, and people played it for sure, but it was never one of those. Well, I lost. I'm gonna move on type of thing. It was still very good. I just think it's a B. It's just not one of the ones that I would put at the top of the list.
A lot of people were comic collectors too at that time.
All right.
What was that?
It's not a lot of people were comic collectors.
Correct.
You know about a lot of those. Only like probably Wolverine and maybe like 2 or 3 of those characters, but no one knew about Nightcrawler, Cyclops, and
I mean, and if I remember right, and this is even more of a reason why I think I'm almost positive it was 1992. Is this lined up with the show, with the animated show, which is right, which is why it had popularity to it as well. I'm almost positive.
You know what this reminds me of, that X-Men arcade game, the cartoon Pride of the X-Men that came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
You don't remember that? X-Men.
Can we get a fact checker on this, please?
I remember that, yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on, man. All right, so my bad. You give it a B, right?
I give it a B.
All right, so Josh gives it a B, and I'm giving it I mean, all right, so we're gonna leave it at.
Yeah, leave it at A. I think A is good.
Yeah, okay, we'll give it an A. I'll give it an A because honestly speaking, I was going between A and a B, but we're gonna go with the A. So we'll leave it at A. So that's it right there for that one, man. We're gonna move on, man. We're gonna go on with Spider-Man PS4, the first Spider-Man that came out for the PS4. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, PS4.
Dude, I'm gonna leave you last, Josh. Go Broski. What you say?
I liked it. It was a good storyline. I didn't play as much as my daughter did. I mostly played it with her, like to play with. It was a good ass graphics. I like the fact that it was like a world bound base where you can go anywhere and do a bunch of missions.
Yeah, open world shit.
Yeah, open world. It gave me like a Red Dead Redemption type vibe, because that's when I was playing around that time. I remember when I was playing that game. This game came out, the first one. I liked it. I was more into the back of the day games when he fight Rhino and all that stuff, and it was like comic book based, like the Super Nintendo one. So when this one came out, I wasn't really too big on it. I gave it like a B. I give it a B. I'm
give
not,
this one a B.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna put it at the B right now for now. Biggs, what you say on the PS4 Spider-Man game?
So around this time when this game came out, I kind of didn't have time to play any games between work, and I went back to school and kids and all that. But my oldest my oldest stepson, he was playing this like every day, was everyday thing, and I would sit with him and just watch him play through the gameplay and all that. And what I saw on it, I liked it. It looked dope. I knew about the story because, of course, people stream everything and everything's on YouTube about this. So I know about the game without having to play the whole game. But just because I didn't play it fully, I would say an A on this.
Okay.
There's nothing that I didn't see that would say, "Oh, this game is stupid." No, everything I saw about the game, I thought was dope. So if I would have played it, then I could have probably graded it higher.
Okay. I'm reading the chat too, guys. I'm reading the chat. I guys don't think I'm not. Yeah. All right, Josh. What you say about Spider-Man PS4?
I think this might surprise people. I give this game a B.
Okay.
Because it had a great story to it. The graphics were amazing, the swinging mechanics and everything. But to me, the game was not a tight experience. The side missions were not the greatest. The stuff that you did in the different kind of districts, the stopping of the crimes, which you had to do to get the platinum trophy, was so repetitive.
There was one side mission though that I hated doing. It was so like you had to just go high in the sky with some pigeons or some shit like that. I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
shit was a pain in the ass. It took me like fucking days to do that mission, man. But go ahead. My bad.
The other thing is there was a lot of things in that game that were fluff. He had way too many gadgets that just didn't really make any sense and that most people never even used. And you see that as proof in the Miles and the Spider-Man 2 game. I thought the Miles game was close to almost perfect. I've spoken on it before. I love the Miles game. The story, the soundtrack, the feel of it, everything in that game was amazing. Spider-Man 2 was also amazing. The story, blah, 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 blah. This one, it was a great start. And I give it a B, but it's a very, very high B.
So B plus.
Yeah.
There were a lot of suits. Those suits were dope though, man. You know what I like too? The comic book based suit. That was my favorite one.
And that's the other thing. Like I understand why they put the suits in. I understand it's an appeal to a lot of people. It just isn't to me. I just keep them in their regular suits. Yeah. I might change once in a while, but and again, obviously, not to run off of Spider-Man 1, but they obviously changed that in Spider-Man 2, where in Spider-Man 1, you used to have a power attached to each suit. Obviously, most people didn't care about the powers on the suits. They would only use one power, and you could switch it onto any suit. They completely did away with that in Spider-Man 2.
I'm going to give it an A. I'm going to give it an A. And it's a high A at that. For me, for Spider-Man to come out and be so successful, it was just like, it was so dope. PS4, PS period. You know what I mean? At one point, I felt like that was a flagship game. That held down PlayStation. Many people can argue that. Other things too, or whatever other games. But for this game, for me, just Spider-Man was dope. That you get to the inner story. The story alone was awesome too. I disagree with Josh. I enjoyed the side missions. Even though they were a pain in the ass, some of them, I enjoyed them.
The other bad thing about the game was the Mary Jane missions.
I don't recall those.
You just were sneaking around.
Yeah. I remember those. I watched my daughter play those ones.
They were so annoying.
Yeah, and the suits, I didn't mind the suits. Just like I said, the suits, I enjoyed the suits. I feel like the suits are better in the second one than the first and Miles one. And the second one I haven't played yet, so I'm not too familiar with that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna give it an A. So that's 2 A's and a B. People in the chat there, I saw 2 A's. I saw my son give it.
I would say overall it would be an A.
Yeah, right? I will give it an A.
Yeah.
That's
Samantha R gives it an A.
Yeah. So I saw 2 A's. Yeah, 2 A's.
I'm comparing it to the other Spider-Man games, which
Other games, just honorable mention. One of my favorite Spider-Man, because when the PS3 was out, I was heavy into PS3. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah, it was good.
Facts.
Yeah,
Love that game.
My son
Yeah.
played that shit. She was dope. She was dope.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move along, man. And this I saved the best for last. Listen,
Yeah.
automatically me right here. Look, I'm gonna put this right here.
Yeah, you might as well just put it right
Yeah.
there.
I'm gonna put it up there. So I'm gonna go down the line. I'm gonna go with you, Biggs. You go first.
Oh, first of all, come on, Mark Hamill's Joker. Right, the voice acting alone in this game, you could just listen to this game. You could just sit. You could just sit next to someone and watch them play just for the story, the voice acting, the graphics, the way it was built, the way the Arkham Asylum looked, how detailed it was. I love all his gadgetry. I love all his detective stuff too. When you look through the walls, with the line, like everything about this game. There's nothing for me that I can say it was a bad game.
The rails were crazy.
It was just an overall awesome game, and that's how a superhero game should be done.
I agree. Broski, what you say?
Like I said, this is one of the games that I've played from beginning to end and would play like halfway into it, save it, and wanted to play it the next fucking day I got off of work. This is one that I was like the replay value or the value of just wanting to play it over again. I did years back when it was out, and then this is one game that I liked, enjoyed. And I think Biggie said the same thing. The detail of it, the voice acting. It made it feel like an actual you're living into a Batman time with all the storyline and everything and Catwoman in there. It was just freaking crazy. Like, I don't know. I like that game. Rocksteady did a real good job on that game. And that's back when I forgot what games they were doing. But
they weren't doing anything really.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But this right here.
This one was like a milestone for them.
Yeah,
and I liked it. It's one of the best games I played on PS. Was it PS4?
Let me just add something to it. When you have a game that inspires comic books after it, toys and statues after it, you have a home run there.
Facts. When did this come out? I know it came out for the Xbox 360. I know that.
It was a PS3 game. It was a PS3 game.
2007. 2007.
All right, Josh, what you say?
This game, and by virtue, I'm gonna sort of include Arkham City in this discussion a little bit too. This game is another industry-changing game where superhero games prior to this game were always based off of, or usually based off of, a TV or a movie, something that hooked into it. You had Wolverine Origins and shit like that all before this. This game literally took superhero video games and made them real video games to people, because before they were just kind of a genre of their own that were kind of a joke a lot of the times. Everyone tried to copy the fighting mechanic of this game for years and still do to this day. Mm-hmm. And you got to remember too, when Arkham Asylum first came out, it was not like it didn't like explode out the gate. It was like a sleeper hit. Like nobody cared about this when it was coming out. They didn't. I don't know if people remember that. I remember that. But everything about this game is perfect. And Arkham City also, where the environment, like Biggs said, the voice acting, the fighting mechanics, the ambiance. Like I can literally, I was talking to you about this the other day, Mike. I can project myself back into 2007 and 2008. I think it came out, and 2011 for Arkham City, the midnight launch for Arkham City. Like I can still hear in my head, like when you're walking through the assignment, ding dong, and then he comes over the loudspeaker and he starts talking, and honestly, another really cool thing about that game, or those games that is so understated, is the little nods that they did, where you would have to find them scattered through the asylum or scattered through Arkham City.
Yes,
that were references to DC's past, Batman's past, and they give you little snippets on the info. It was brilliant. The Riddler stuff. It's just, I've played those games so many times. I've platinumed them twice each because it came out for PS3, and then they did the collection on PS4. Which, when the collection first came out, it crashed like crazy. It would crash like it must have crashed on me like 50 times, and that is a testament to I don't care how many times this game crashes. I'm gonna load it again and keep playing it because it's that good.
Yeah, I agree, bro. This right here. Yeah, honestly speaking, man, and I'm a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. This is a 10. This is definitely an S. There's a 10 for me. Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum is hands down one of the best video games. Shall I say the best video game of all time? The comic book base, I should say, of all time. To me, I agree. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Batman guy. I can say that too, also. But like Josh and Big said, and Brosi said, the voice acting, Kevin Conroy, Batman, Hamill, Joker, Paul Dini, Reiner. Josh mentioned that on what is it on FOC?
Yeah.
It's just like everything came together. You know what I mean? The animated series
Yep.
style, but it's unique because it has the Arkham video game style art. It's just so dope. The side missions were dope. The finding the little Riddler pieces and all that shit. Shit was dope. The boss matches when you fighting the Penguin, that shit was so sick. It was dope. When you fighting Scarecrow, yo, dude, that shit was pretty damn fucking crazy. That was bugged out. That cutscene, all that stuff. So this right here, to me, honestly speaking, is hands down the perfect video game for a combo based video game. There is, if you haven't played it, I don't know where you've been or where you hiding. Go get yourself this shit, do yourself a favor, and play it and enjoy it, man. Because
like I was saying at the beginning, though, right? Yes, this is probably the greatest comic book video game of all time. But more importantly, it's one of the best video games. It's not like top 5 or anything, but it's one of the best video games, period.
Definitely a trendsetter.
All time.
Definitely a trendsetter too. Yeah.
I could go behind that. What he said. You know what else too? This is if you break down every detail of this game, if you just break down his design, Batman's design, his outfit, his costume, it's you could see him going through what he goes through in that game, like his it was done like Batman can't be just in spandex. He'll get hurt. You could see the armor plates on him, all the little gadgets, the side pockets, the stuff, the way his boots were like this guy, like Batman was really set up to really like put some hurting on people,
And that fucking storyline, that whole storyline was fucking awesome. It could have been a movie. Honestly speaking, the whole storyline. So definitely Arkham Asylum is definitely, like I said, a trendsetter. And we'll talk about a sequel, I guess, another time because
they did the 3D. They did the 3D with that, right?
Yeah, but who cares? That was probably the only thing that like I could say like who cares about.
And I'm gonna say it right now. For me, for Arkham Asylum, and I'm not gonna go too much about it because I would like to talk about it another time. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, great segue. Both of them S.
Yep.
In my opinion. So we're gonna leave it at that, man. So that's I'm pretty sure the chat. I see S's there too. So,
dude, Arkham City. Again, I'm not gonna talk about this, but to this day, I have as one of my wallpapers on my computer. Now they rotate. One of them is Arkham City, and I still have the Arkham City poster that I won at the midnight launch from GameStop. It's over. You can't see it, but it's over here.
Yeah.
I like the way when he talks about the poster, or I like the way the PS3 will let you do wallpapers in the back of your menu.
Yeah.
And back in Batman Arkham, was it Arkham City? Oh, yeah, I think Arkham City was the first one. You could do that, and you could put it as a background on your PlayStation menu, which was dope.
For sure. But yeah, that was the game, man. So what you thought about that, man? That was all right.
Yeah. Well, what's the other game?
You know what? It's been an hour and a half, but I'll give you a sneak peek. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it a couple of days. I don't know. Might do a live show again because we got 4 days, and I don't know.
I mean,
time's limited, baby.
What's up?
So time's limited, baby.
Time is limited. I got you. I feel you, man. What you saying, Josh?
I was gonna say, what's anybody else doing right now? It's the day before Thanksgiving. Let's just roll.
Ready for partay.
What is it?
If we could, because this one is a little bit longer.
What is
doesn't
it?
want to put all his eggs in one basket.
Yeah, no. I could do it right because with that right there, you could do unlimited, like almost unlimited things. Um, but I gotta give you a sneak peek. Let me know if y'all feeling it, man. Let me
Yeah,
know.
back.
All right, go ahead, broski. We're gonna go here. Let me share screen. Is it this one? No, it's this one. All right. Let me share it, and this one here it is. All right, I got some video games here, guys. That's what it is. It's based on video games. And listen, obviously, there's shit tons of video games. Obviously, we could do part 2 of this, part 3 of this. I just only put 10 up here just to name a few or whatever, and some iconic games here we have. We could grade this. If y'all want, we can do this now. If y'all don't want to, we could do this another time. Let me know. If y'all busy, we could, run through them if you want. What you say?
It doesn't matter to me.
What about you, Biggs?
I don't know. I thought I was gonna.
It's good to see games on here that all won't make A's and B's. I'll tell you that one right now.
Yeah.
Or I mean S's and A's.
Definitely. I had to throw in, some stuff. You know what I mean? But you know what? I mean, if you want, we could give a sneak peek, and we can even go live again another day. We could go Friday. We could go Saturday, Sunday. I'm off, so.
Yeah, I would have stood on longer, but my setup, I'm on my phone. It's already at 40%.
All right, so we'll save it for another time. All right, Josh. Sorry to crush.
No, it's fine. I said either way, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, but I give you a sneak peek.
Yeah.
So definitely stay tuned for that, man. And we might go back live, do a nice little just a show just of that. We don't have to talk nothing and just do that. Maybe Saturday or Sunday if the guy's available Sunday. Because I know Biggs is busy Saturday, so maybe Sunday we'll do Sunday.
I will be there.
Just do a giveaway duck race now.
Oh yeah. What is that? That's Meow Meow who does that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I feel you, man. So there we go, guys, man. Let's say our goodbyes, man. Broski, I think is busy. He stepped away, man. But what about you, Josh? Definitely go check out my man's video, sorcery video. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. And the day after.
Yes, make sure you watch some football.
Who doesn't have? I forget I was talking about. Who doesn't have off from work Thanksgiving and the day after? If you have Thanksgiving off,
I don't know.
Anybody that works retail, they don't have off. If somebody works retail, they those Fridays the one big shopping day.
I know the retail.
Is the post office closed on Friday?
No.
Oh, it's open.
So they open. They're working.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like a job though that isn't retail or
government
job. Yeah, like
No, I've been off since today. So.
Yeah.
Did you guys get out? I got out early today too.
I went to work today, so I got.
You know what? Here's a little secret. If you work for a small company, right? So many people at my work, and it's not just this company. It's every company I've worked for that's a smaller company. All these people take off the day before the holiday, and usually the day after. Okay, and almost everyone takes the day off before the holiday, but because everyone does it, the very few people who did decide to come in and work usually get let go way early and don't have to burn a PTO day.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times get paid out for it, especially if they're salary exempt. So
my company's the same way. They if you work today, they closed early today.
Yeah.
So you got paid for the whole day.
Right.
Like they had early closing my job too. I left that work at 12 at noon.
Like everybody at my work today, except there was maybe 3 or 4 of us there. Everyone else got charged PTO. I let everybody else go at noon.
Yeah, I took my wife
to work. Them PTO. You know, they get paid for the whole day.
Yeah.
So what about you, Biggs? Say your goodbyes.
Yeah, man. So just thanks to the chat for everybody for joining us, man. This was fun. Make sure you check out our $250,000 vintage CGC unboxing. Telling you, it's worth the watch. Make sure you guys check it out. And I do have another CGC order coming in. This was a 9.8 pre-screen. Books that were not pressed, they went straight there. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but look forward to that. And Maybe we pop up for coffee and comics this weekend. Let's see how my Saturday goes. It may pop off Saturday morning.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Sunday morning. I'm planning to meet with Manny this Saturday because I want to give him all his books and also have your books. I was thinking about, even if you couldn't, I was going to give them to him anyway because it's easier for you to get to Manny than to me, and that way he'll have them.
Yeah, I mean, I think most likely I gotta talk to the wife, but yeah, Sunday should be good for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I can't spend the whole day, but I could just drop off in the morning real quick.
Yeah.
Stay for like an hour or whatever, then head back.
Yeah,
I'm in the process of moving some stuff in my house. You know the situation already, Mike.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work on it this weekend. Since I'm off. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Nothing else. Follow us on Instagram. Join in on the tags.
Yeah.
Everybody.
What situation?
Definitely tune into that, man. Appreciate you, Bigzz, for joining us today, man. My man Gomez, man, you there or you busy? Yeah, Gomez. All right, he not there. He not available. But yeah, guys, make sure you stay tuned over here with the FOC pop-up shows like this, man. I really enjoyed doing the little tier thing. That was pretty cool, man. So stay tuned for that, man. For the second one. And I mean, not right now. You don't see it in the description, but I'll put the guys' latest videos and unboxings from these guys in the description. I do that, so stay tuned for that too. What else I got going on? Boom. Nothing going on. I fucking can't remember. But yeah, guys. Again, guys, look, hashtag right there. Like the Big said, join the hashtag. That's my IG right there. Join it. Let me know ideas of what I could do with the tier list too. With some topics or whatever we could do with that. You could do so many things with that. So, and again, shout out to my son for the idea, man.
I say we rank the New York Warrior members.
I mean, obviously, I'm an S. Obviously. Obviously, I'm a motherfucking ass. Manny's definitely a fucking B or a C. Definitely mid. He's mid. I'm fucking around. But guys, stay tuned for on this channel. Stay tuned on everybody's channel.
That'd be fun to rank all, like you guys and then the past Warrior members.
Come on, man. We're not gonna go there right now. We're not gonna go there.
Real drama.
We could do that about East meets West, past East meets West members.
Every member.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, my man E-Rod get a D, so you get a D, all right? Definitely. But yeah, guys, happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there, to their families. Enjoy it, man. Eat up. Take your seconds for Friday and make sure you watch football, guys. All right, there's a lot of football this weekend. Football tomorrow, football Friday, and football Sunday.
No, don't get seconds. Everyone needs to lose some weight here.
Fuck that. Get seconds, all right?
No.
Just make sure you eat the right time. Don't eat after certain times, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's all I got, guys. And until next time, man, maybe I see you Sunday, guys, or maybe we do a collab with Bigzz and all that shit. All right?
Yeah,
so,
we do a comics Saturday morning. Let's see.
We'll see.
Yeah, you just follow us on Instagram. You'll know. We'll post.
Definitely.
On there.
I'm going to leave you guys with this, man. Enjoy the retro video, guys, because, we all look handsome in this video.
Cut like a guillotine.